Loud Lula by Kathy S. Duffield. Pictures by Mike Bolt. Lula was born smack dab in the middle of one of the biggest twisters Pryor County had ever seen. Winds howled, trees snapped. It was bust your eardrums loud, but it wasn't as loud as Lula. When Dot Clements delivered Lula and she let out her first cry, "Wah!" That old storm sounded like nothing more than a chicken feather hitting the henhouse floor. Lula spent her growing years, like most young'uns, except a lot louder. When she called her kitten for supper, every cat all the way from Crowley's Corner came a-calling. "Here, kitty, 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 kitty!" And Lula wreaked 10 kinds of havoc when she moseyed into the public library. "Got any books that'll turn over my tickle box?" In the fall of her 5th year, Lula's pa said to Lula's ma, "What are we gonna do about our Loud Lula?" "Don't know," said ma, "but hollering won't be welcome at the schoolhouse." "Leaves!" Ma and Pa walked Lula to school on the first day. "We love you," said Ma. "Be good," said Pa, but he really wanted to say, "Be quiet." "Bye, Ma! Bye, Pa!" Lula's teacher welcomed her students. "Howdy do, Miss Isabel," said Jenny Sue. "When's recess?" asked Joe Bob. Then Lula raised her hand. "Where's the bathroom?" Lula's ear-splitting question had the whole schoolhouse shaking like a big old bowl of boysenberry jelly. When the dust settled, Miss Isabel said, "Lula, in the schoolhouse, we need to use our inside voices." During math, Jenny Sue began counting. 1. Joe Bob followed with 2. Then it was Lula's turn. 3. Lula's earth-shattering shout sloshed every last speck of water out of the fishbowl. Slither, the class snake, jiggled right out of his skin. "Lola," Miss Isabel began, "please remember to use your inside voice," the kids cried. That afternoon, Miss Isabel was plumb tuckered out. "Let's have a short quiet time." The other students were tuckered out too, but not Lula. She felt as spry as a spring chicken. Suddenly, Lula caught sight of something outside the window. It grew bigger and bigger as it moved closer and closer. Lula had to tell someone, and for the first time she wondered, "Reckon I ought to use my inside voice?" So she did. Lula hollered in her inside voice, which wasn't too different from her outside voice. Fire! Yonder comes a big old fire! Lula's voice romped through the town, echoed in the hills, and stretched its loudest across 5 counties, alerting a heap of fire trucks. Fire! Fire! A big old fire! 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 The way some folks tell it, those firefighters didn't even have to pull out their hoses. Lula's rip-roaring holler ran that wildfire back across the hills. From that day on, Lula became more famous than Granny Shelby's finger-licking cobbler. More famous even than old Wally Hubbard's coon dog and her 23 puppies. And no one ever complained about Lula's hollering again. Extra! Extra! Well, not too often anyway. The end. Grandma wants to go back and read to you what the newspaper that Lula was in says. It's the Pryor County Gazette, and it says, "Little gal with a big old voice saves town." Though some people find it difficult to believe, Lula Jordan, 5, saved Pryor County from major devastation on Friday. Lula alerted folks in a big way that a raging wildfire was headed toward town. Lula's loud voice summoned firefighters from across the state, but it wasn't the firefighters' action that stopped the blaze. It was Lula herself. "I ain't ever seen anything like it," said Fire Captain A.C. Allen. "Her hollering spooked that fire, but in a way I can't understand. My ears are still ringing. If I'd have a choice, I have headed the other way too." And then she says under her pictures, "I just use my inside voice." Grandma loves this story. There are times that you need to use your inside voice and times that you can use your outside voice. And Lula's voice seems to be more of an outside voice all the time. So Grandma hopes that you enjoyed this story, and I hope you'll come back for more stories. Bye, Grandma.